Hey everyone, and welcome to week 2. Our topic for this week is social construction. So you need to watch the lecture videos posted under the weekly info sheet. They're going to cover 3 concepts. The first is social construction. This is the idea that as a society, as a culture, we create associations between ideas. We create particular meanings for different things. The second concept is socialization. This is how we learn what the rules and norms are of society. So, as we talked about, people learn gender, they learn how women are supposed to put on makeup and dress in particular ways and so forth. Learning that is called socialization. And finally, we're going to talk about social institutions. These are the long-lasting and powerful organizations, ways of organizing society that are the places we learn what the rules are, engage in socialization. For example, the criminal justice system, the education system, the family, those kind of things. 2 materials this week. The first is a little unusual. It's a stand-up comedy special. The comedian is Hannah Gadsby, and the name of the show is Nanette. Don't worry about why it's called Nanette. You'll find it on Netflix, or the link is on the weekly info sheet. She's going to talk about her experience with gender, with sexuality, with oppression that she's experienced because of those, and the way that she's responded to those with comedy. I think it's really interesting. The second thing for this week is we're starting our first book. This book is called Redefining Realness. The author is Janet Mock. Janet Mock is one of the writers for the Netflix show Pose, if you've seen that. And this book is an autobiography or a memoir, meaning that it's Janet Mock telling her own true story of how she grew up. And she's going to talk about her experiences as a child, as a teenager, and how they shaped who she is today. There are some descriptions of childhood sexual violence against a child. In the book, if you look at the weekly info sheets, you can see the exact page numbers and some of the other things that it discusses early on here, in case that's something you need to be aware of going into it. A lot of students enjoy this book. I think she tells a very compelling story. I think she has an amazing life, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Work due this week. First of all, attend class on Tuesday or Thursday. The lecture response is due Friday, 8/28 at 11:59 p.m. You can go look at the info sheet for that. Importantly, this is different. It's a fair amount shorter than the material responses, so make sure you check that info sheet. And then on Sunday the 30th, you have the 2 material responses due, one to Hannah Gadsby Nanette, one to the first third of the book. Please note, for each material response, you need to write 200 to 300 words, meaning you're writing a total of 400 to 600 words for both of them combined. And also for each one, you need 2 prompts in separate paragraphs. That means each prompt you're going to write about 100 to 150 words. Doesn't have to be exact, but just to give you a sense of how long that should be. And then on Monday the 31st, beginning of next week, we'll have the quiz on both those lecture videos and on the materials. Talking on material responses, please check the notes on your grades for those. If you missed points, if you missed a significant number, I'll have put in the notes what you did wrong so you can fix it. And also, even if you got full points, it's possible a couple of people were doing too much work, so you should check the notes for that to make sure you're not doing more than you need to. So please go into your grade book, look at the notes that I made so you can have more information about how to do that going forward, and of course ask me any questions you have by email. See you in class.